So you telling me? Yo, so you telling me?
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Danny J. Quick, and this is the Quick Comic Book Review. I'm doing a new show. I was doing Danny Does Discovery, where I reviewed Star Trek Discovery, but since there's only 2 episodes left, I figured I should start doing something new. And as an indie comic book writer, you know, I love indie comic books, so I wanted to review some indie comic books that you guys may not have heard of, or you know, books that I really think that you should check out. And here we go. The first book that I'm going to do is a new release. It's called Isnana the Were-Spider Volume 2. This book, this is The Hornet's Web, Chapter 1, and it's by Greg Anderson-Elysee. I hope I said that right, bro. If I mess it up, don't come for me. It's drawn by Daryl Toe, colored by Lee Malusky and Kat Aldrich, and lettered by Joshua Kozine. Okay, so this is a new crew from the first book. I know if some of you may heard the first the graphic novel for Isnana, it got over, I want to say, over $9,000 on Kickstarter last year, and the first book was pretty dope. You know, I liked it because, you know, the reason that I like indie comic books is because indie writers, they're a lot of us are telling new stories that that people never heard of. We already know all that we need to know about Batman and Superman, so it's nice to get some new stuff. And Isnana is really new for me. This isn't a story that I've ever heard before, characters that I never heard of before, even though I do understand that they are, you know, famous characters, but, you know, not to me. This is brand new to me, so I'm enjoying it. This book, the volume 1 of book 2 is it's pretty good. You know, it's a different art team, but Greg, he's a good writer. He's doing a good job putting these characters together. It's really a story about relationships so far. I think this is the first book out of I'm gonna say 4. It has a pretty good start. I think what he's gonna try to do is have this first book available, as well as the first graphic novel, and then put the second volume of graphic novel out after that. And it starts off really good. So if you don't know from the first Were-Spider book, the first Isnana book, he battled with the leopard god Osibo, and I'm not gonna spoil it for you. It was just dope. It was really dope. And this book starts off right here. This is my first little problem with the book. It says, now, so after Anasni the spider had tricked Osibo the leopard and brought him to Niami, the great sky god, he would then seek to complete his finally test. So I just told you what the team was, you know, who wrote it, who drew it, who colored it. But you see, there is no editor for this book so far. And already off the bat, starting right off, you see, this is one problem that we have in the indie, you know, in the indie comics. I still have this problem with Ace Blade. I'm still finding stuff from 2 years ago, you know, that still is popping up. And Uncle Joe Illich, he says all the time that we should find editors, and I'm sure Greg will have this problem fixed before the book comes out, the graphic novel comes out. So I'm not too worried about it, and that was actually the only, you know, little problem that I found in the whole book, you know, but it was right up front, so it was just so noticeable. But other than that, the art in this is dope, the storytelling is dope, the characters are dope. Some of my favorite parts were this character Leland and his family, you know, him just interacting with his daughter and his wife, and the relationships, even Anasni. And I'm just now realizing that Anasni is Isnana spelled backwards. I don't know how I didn't notice that the reading through the first book, but I'm just now noticing that, so that's kind of dope. I don't know if that's, you know, I don't know what it is, but it's dope. So some of my favorite parts were Leland and his family, though, and I'm not going to spoil it for you because what happens to him is truly horrifying. I actually saw a post on Facebook the other day where it said, can comic books be horror? And this one came pretty close to it, buddy. The story starts to really get good around page 13, and yeah, it gets horrific. I like I said, the art is so good in this book. Even though it's a different art team, the lettering in it is pretty much the same. Even though, you know, I think it's a step up, and it's just a good book. Like, it's a really good start to the story. The characters are interesting. Even if you didn't read the first book, I think you can pick it up and you know, pretty much know the main characters of the book. I like seeing Isnana's powers. He's kind of like a Spider-Man. You see him doing cool stuff like standing on the side of a barn, you know, sleeping in the webs, like a hammock, stuff like that. But I think the villains, like the villains in these are so dope too. In the first book, it was Osibo, the leopard, and he was just so dope. But this one is looking like it's gonna be the Hornet. I don't know if it's one main Hornet or the Hornet's nest, or like it's looking like it's gonna be good. I'm enjoying it so far. So besides that little, you know, hiccup in the beginning, the book is really well done. Like I said, I really think you should check it out. I think the book is actually out right now on Peep Game Comics. I'll find the link and put it in the description. But really, go check it out. I think you will be pleased. I know you won't be disappointed. So, you know, I'll give it 2 thumbs up so far, and I'm anxious to see what comes next. But anyway, like I said, if you like comic reviews, or if you want to get your book reviewed, or if you know any indie comic writers or artists who want to get their books reviewed, send them to me. You can find me at the Ace Blade on Twitter, or on Instagram, everywhere. But of course, give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe to Color Commentary. I'll be doing these probably every week or so. I already got 5 or 6 books that I want to review. So check them out. And until next time, stay vigilant, my friends. I'll see you next time.
Dirty Costello.
So you telling me, if I